joining me today. I've got Kelly Rempel. Kelly, tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, for sure. I work with One Hope Canada. I'm their Director of Creative Communications. And so we're a mission. We've been around for since 1927. And our purpose is to develop lifelong followers of Jesus by clearly communicating the gospel. So our primary way of doing that is through camp ministry. And we have 45 Bible camps and community ministries across the country. So from BC all the way through to Newfoundland, we're Canada's largest camping ministry. And so we're partnering every year with about 400 local churches to encourage kids and youth to really get to know who Jesus is and what he's done for us. So like I said, we have the camp ministries, we have community ministries. We're also involved with digital ministries. So we have an app called FaceSpark, it's a discipleship app. And we have training resources as well. So other things that we can use for parents or people involved in children's ministry to learn how to share the gospel with the kids.
Very exciting. And who doesn't love summer camp? My kids, it's like their favorite thing. That's great. So,
that's for sure.
Kelly, you, as part of One Hope Canada, is leading a breakout session this year at Missionfest 2022 in person and online. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So it's myself and my colleague, Melanie Mushlek. We're co-presenting, and it's called Beyond Being Good, Sharing the Gospel with Children. So what we're talking about, we start off by talking a little bit about the need for sharing the gospel with kids. We know lots of statistics out there talking about how kids make the decision to follow Jesus, usually between the ages of 4 and 14. So we talk a little bit about some of those stats, talk a little bit about what the gospel actually is. You know, it's not just the life, death, resurrection of Jesus. Of course, that's crux of it, but how it's an overarching story from creation all the way through to Revelation and beyond, how we're part of that today. And then we talk about barriers. So a lot of times people hear the words share the gospel and that anxiety just kind of creeps up, thinking, oh, I can't do that, especially when it comes to kids. Like, you know, they're not going to understand. So we talk about some of those barriers and how to overcome them, the importance of building strong foundations early. And then we get into some kind of the practical stuff. So we're going to be talking about just some really great tips and resources. You know, there's a lot of awesome curriculums out there, but sometimes it's really easy to get caught up in the games and the decor, or tying the lesson up in a neat little moral package, right? You know, obey your parents or be brave like David, which is great. Those are important things. But we're going to talk about how you can find a gospel truth in every story, even those obscure ones in the Old Testament, point forward to Jesus and who he is and what he's done for us. So we're going to talk about some ways of finding that, some practical tips, and then talking about also some practical ways of modeling the gospel in our own lives as ministry leaders, and how to talk to kids about making that decision to follow Jesus. So it's a jam-packed session, but lots of great practical things for people who have a passion for sharing Jesus with kids.
As far as summer camps, looks like everything's on this year? Question mark?
Yeah, for sure. We last year we had about 10,000 kids and youth who came through. Of course, there were some restrictions still in place at that point. Now, as far as we know, everything is fully open. Our camps registrations have been flooding in, and very exciting. So we're expecting about 30,000 children and youth through the doors. That's over the annual, so about 19,000 over the summer. Yeah.
Amazing. And how are you feeling about Missionfest being back on in person and online this year?
Great. Yeah, it's very exciting. We're really looking forward to seeing some of the other ministries there, a lot of like-minded ministries that are doing awesome things, and so connecting with them and finding out how they're sharing Jesus as well. So, you know, our particular focus is sharing Jesus with kids on the Canadian mission field, but of course there's lots else going on in the world. So yeah, it'll be great to connect with everyone.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for your time, Kelly Rempel with One Hope Canada. Really appreciate you being a part of Missionfest Week.
Great. Thanks so much.